I decided that I needed to keep some type of separation, which is what I was really trying to achieve. I can't really talk about all that stuff too much.
If you don't mind me asking, why is it you couldn't?
They put that out on the statement.
Yes, yeah.
That was all independent of me. I don't agree with anyone 100% on anything. My opponent, turned out he didn't even live in Bethany. He lived somewhere else and he had to resign.
Well, my name's Sean Carter, and I'm here with Matthew Pallares, who is a former candidate for mayor of Oklahoma City.
That's correct.
So I guess just start right off the bat. What's your background? Where'd you grow up?
Mm-hmm.
What was your family life like?
Definitely. Okay. So I was born and raised here in Oklahoma City metro area. Born in Oklahoma City, so that's where the hospital was at, in Oklahoma City. But I kind of lived in Bethany for a lot of my childhood, which is surrounded by Oklahoma City. So across the street from me was literally OKC. I would look out my window and that neighborhood across from me, the houses in front of me are OKC. So, so I've always been here. I've hardly ever left. I haven't even got to travel that much yet. So don't talk to me about the Northeast. I've never even been there. Never looked at it. I've been a little bit west, but mostly here in OKC my whole life. And my background is, my parents were from Mexico. They came here. It's a nice, affordable, great place. I have two brothers, one younger and one older, and my older brother is physically disabled, so that brings about a lot of challenges, a lot of it's just when you grow up like that, everything's different about your life. Every aspect of it is a little bit different because the way you have to do things, it just causes there to be a lot of differences. And growing up also, there wasn't very many people like me where I grew up at, so that's another thing that's kind of creates like an outsiderness feel. But I loved where I grew up. I still do. And like I said, I have a younger brother as well, and I went to Putnam City West High School, pretty cool little place. I went to University of Central Oklahoma in Edmond. It's probably, and I've kind of tried to go to OU. I went to OU a little bit, messed around there. So those are the only times I've really lived out of the metro area. So that's about that, I guess, for my background.
All right. And your job history, just in trying to look around, I see you work at a auto sales lot, and you've worked for a bank. Just what is your work background?
Work background. So I've had a long career in sales, basically sales oriented. I kind of just started at the bottom in the sales world, kicked my foot in the door, and worked my way up. So I went from selling furniture at one point to selling cars to doing sales for banking institutions, so banking sales. Just a long career background in sales, different types of sales. Now kind of more of an administration type jobs that I'm doing. So that's basically that.
All right. So you told me this already, but why do you work under Oscar? Why did you run as Matthew?
So I tried to keep everything very separate due to the nature of my job. We work basically in the public, in the community, with community leaders, business leaders. So due to the nature of that job, I tried to keep everything as separate as I could because I don't want to affect the work that I do. And, it's my livelihood. And also I really care about what we do at my job. So I decided that I needed to keep some type of separation, which is what I was really trying to achieve, to make sure to keep those things as separate entities. But people who know me, I've always gone by Matthew, which is my middle name, so my mom called me growing up. But at work, I just said, I got tired of having to correct people sometimes or something like, I'm Matthew, I know it says Oscar. So I through my jobs, I just said, just call me Oscar. It's fine. I don't really care anymore.
All right. Just in doing background research, I saw you had tried running for Bethany City Council in 2017.
That's correct.
So how did that go? What was your motivation for running?
So in Bethany City Council, I grew up there. I cared about the city quite a bit. I still care about the city. So I wanted to do something, in a way of kind of giving back, serving the community. And then I saw that there was an unopposed race going on for city council. And I said, well, maybe I'll throw in there, to make it democracy. That's what we proclaim to love out here. So I had to make it, a challenge for the guy. He can't just get in there with no challenge. So I decided to put my name on the ballot, and it was my first time doing it. Everything was independent, kind of like this race. Everything was pretty much independent. I didn't even try to look for any type of support from big institutions or establishment types anywhere for the Bethany City Council race. And I didn't win, but it was a learning experience. It was awesome. And my opponent, turned out he didn't even live in Bethany. He lived somewhere else, and he had to resign. So he should have voted for me. You could have saved OKC a lot of trouble. I could have still been in Bethany. So
there you go. Walk me through your decision to file for mayor. It says you filed December 3rd. What was your motivation to jumping into the mayor's race? There were several other races around around February that were uncontended. Why did you choose the mayor's race specifically?
Well, it's been something that I was thinking about for quite a long time. I went through my texts. I looked back. There was some from like September of 25, and even before that. I just had a lot of ideas and things I wanted to get out there. And, I do love and care for the city a lot, so I thought, why not? And it's something that I've been thinking about for quite a while, and had a lot of things I wanted to push. Like I said, I wanted to get new ideas out there that I didn't see anyone else promoting. I didn't see any, even in other races, you don't see these ideas. It was really an independent type of thing. I wasn't going for, Democrat, Republican, left or right. It was really a very independent-oriented campaign. So someone had to do it, so I did it because no one else is pushing these ideas that I had. So,
all right. Did anyone encourage you to run or suggest you to file for the race, or was it just completely your own intuition?
Just me. There was crazy lies and rumors being spread about me.
As a proxy candidate, I saw those.
It's crazy. Like they think I got paid or something, or I don't know. I can't really talk about all that stuff too much due to things, but those are horrible lies that are spread about me, and it's just weird and crazy and slanderous.
If you don't mind me asking, why is it you can't share?
I just can't yet. So
okay.
Eventually, the crazy stories will come out, and people will be shocked, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I guess we can have a follow-up interview then.
There you go. Cool. I look forward to that.
Thank you.
But sorry, I still have a little bit more to say on that. So I decided to do this completely on my own. I'm a very busy person. I have a very kind of hectic life. I do a lot. For some reason, I like adding more problems to my life, so I did it on my own, despite what the crazy lies and rumors are. Something that I chose to do on my own. So
that's awesome. All right, let's see. So skip that question. We already covered that one. Let's see. We'll just move right along to question 11 then. So I noticed you didn't have a campaign finance report, and from what I could tell, that was a part of the requirement for running. Is there a reason why you didn't, or is there something I didn't see in my research? Or
Well, there's multiple reasons. For one, the system is not working for the campaign finance reports, so they're having a big mess with that. It's a lot of troubles, and I didn't really raise money. I didn't reach the threshold for that, so I tried to do a very independent campaign of new ideas, not being beholden to donors and all that. So it's just not something I do. And I'm Catholic. Sometimes, you get the Catholic guilt out there. You can't just be taking people's money. It's not something I like doing. So that's that.
All right. So you had an endorsement from Organizing Okies. They, in their endorsement, they called you someone that is not here to serve empire, capital, or control. And the framing for a vote for you was to be a vote for refusal for reclamation. Did you seek that endorsement? Did they approach you? And does that reflect your politics?
They approached me, and they put the what's it called again? Sorry, they put that up on the statement.
Yes,
that was all independent of me. I don't agree with anyone 100% on anything, so I accepted any type of stuff that I could get, but that it's all not 100% my ideas or anything, or even words. They just I do appreciate them greatly, and I want to continue to work with them in the future. They're very wonderful people. They're very nice. They're very caring, very passionate. So I accept it, and I appreciate them, and I thank them for the endorsement. But it's not something that I sought out. I wasn't seeking out any endorsements, really. I just was doing my own thing, because the way things are in the city, it's like the crazy establishment. If you go against it, it can cause you damage. And I know people are looking out for themselves ultimately, so I wasn't going to seek out any endorsements, because even like the Democrats, for some reason, they really love this guy who's a Republican, and they didn't want to damage their careers. I know that it's a little disheartening sometimes that let's call them the Hispanic establishment. They really like Holt, so they kind of kept me at arm's length. But I wasn't trying to get close to them anyways, though. So.
Let's see. So how would you describe your political ideology? Are you progressive, Democrat, independent, libertarian, something else?
I would say highly independent, just completely independent. The campaign is a nonpartisan, and the mayor races are nonpartisan. So, personally, are there some things that I believe, but do I think they should be enshrined in law? There's a lot of room to move around there. But I would say I'm independent. I'm just independent thinker.
Which end of the spectrum would you say you lean towards, I guess?
You could say I would lean towards the left.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Your platform focused heavily on local ownership versus private equity buyouts. What's a specific economic critique? What was the reason for that?
It's something that I've been seeing happening, and I follow a lot of journalists that have been talking about this for a long time, like David Dayan. They really focus on this aspect. I've been following these type of journalists and writers for a long time, and I've been seeing how it's just things are being affected in my own community by this private equity type deals going on. And I saw that there was information being shared about this on TikTok. A lot of people were learning about it. So it's something that a lot of younger people are seeing and caring about. So it's something I thought would be great to at least put ideas out there about it, to try to fight against it. Because we see that in every aspect of our society, these outside forces, which is outside capital, that wants to come in and control things and kind of destroy the character of our city.
Foreign entities or other states.
Yeah. There's crazy sovereign. There was a housing complex or something that's owned by Singapore.
Wow.
Welfare and Saudi funds coming into it, and it's just we need local ownership. I'm tired of looking up some apartment complex with a bunch of issues and seeing a landlord from California that lives in California that has nothing to do with Oklahoma City. It's can we do something about this? Can we fight about this? Can we have local ownership? At any cost necessary, I think this is what we need to fight for the most right now. So private equity seeks to destroy every aspect of people's lives, from healthcare to housing. They're willing to kick out people from a nursing home. Old people, some of our most vulnerable people. They're willing to buy up the nursing home, buy out the land from under it, jack up their prices, and kick the people out on the streets. They have nowhere to go. Some of these people don't have families or anything. They're on their own.
Yeah. What if you had been elected? What would have been the mechanism you would have used to try to rectify some of those issues and possibly help people get into a position where they're not under, a foreign entity's control in their housing and whatnot?
Well, like I said before, local ownership, promoting local ownership. But so the mayor, their voice is the most powerful tool, because the mayor in this city, it's the city manager runs the city. So the city manager is the one that really has the power. It does a lot of things. But the city council as well, which the mayor works with, he votes and all that. But as a mayor, you have the most powerful voice in the city. No one looks at the city manager and like, oh, I hope the city manager speaks up on this. Nobody does. Nobody thinks about that. Okay, so as mayor, you can use your voice. It's a powerful tool. Our mayor doesn't really like to use his voice for anything other than clapping for the Thunder, which is great. We love the Thunder, but he doesn't.
It just lacks substance.
Yeah, it's just complete emptiness. As people say, it's like an empty suit. That's what he's a career politician from day one. So he doesn't use his voice, which is his most powerful tool that he has to advocate for things that actually matter, that can cause change, that can actually help people in the city. His solution is just to throw everything to the nonprofit industrial complex and let them take care of it. But you can advocate for things as mayor. You have a voice. You use the bully pulpit. You can make change happen. So,
all right. Let's see. You talked during the campaign about corruption sectors of the city being left behind. Can you be specific about what corruption you're talking about, and who do you think would be responsible for it?
I don't recall saying exactly corruption, but I did speak about...
Well, yeah, I'm speaking, I guess, in more generality. Sorry.
Okay, it's all good. No worries. I understand. Yeah, I guess you could call it corruption. It definitely is, but that's not the way I framed it personally. Okay. But I would agree with you. So yeah, there's plenty of sectors of the city that are left behind. I work on the south side of Oklahoma City. I love it there. You see so much entrepreneurship, small businesses, things growing, developing, new ideas, new just businesses, community orientation stuff. But you see the opulence, like you see right here. I mean, this building is beautiful. Obviously, I love it, and it's older. I love our older stuff we have here. But there's a lot of opulence downtown, and in the shadows of that opulence lies a lot of stuff that's neglected, mistreated. You drive through some parts of the south side, and just like, where am I? It feels like a whole different place. So we want to see all corners of the city lifted up together. There's a lot of stuff like the northeast side, and with considering all the stuff going on, like the Olympics coming here, all that stuff. The Olympics in its wake leaves behind so much problems everywhere they go. In every city that they go to, there's always a host of issues that are left behind because the city starts spending millions and millions of dollars on infrastructure just to make the city look nice because the Olympics are here. Then the Olympics is gone and we're left to foot that bill. There's all these infrastructure that isn't used, and that's kind of like what the streetcars are for. They built the streetcars to attract something like the Olympics to come here. Nobody uses the streetcars. They're empty. They cost the city about, I think it was $369,000 a month in losses. It cost hundreds of millions of dollars to build them. We're talking like 300 million. Wow. Around there. So I like the bus systems that we have. I think we could just improve the buses. So it just goes to show that it's all about lifting up some things and ignoring others. So
just I guess a follow up to that, you've in what ways would you try to, I guess, fix these issues? Would it be seeking reputable private companies to come in and work on that? Would it be trying to establish city infrastructure or agencies within the city to oversee that? Or what mechanism would you use?
Well, advocacy, like I said, the voice is the most powerful thing a mayor has. But yeah, there's definitely different resources you could try. There's city budgets. Something kind of interesting that I've been looking into is the MAPS projects. there's money that's like supposedly earmarked, and it's like billions of dollars. And I think the state Supreme Court ruled that money doesn't have to be earmarked for certain things. So there's a lot of budget to move around. It's like an unbelievable amount of money that the city has to move around and work with. And just talking to everyday people, they don't say like, oh, I hope the GO bond has sidewalks for my neighborhood. They just say, I want sidewalks in my neighborhood. We want sidewalks. We want street repairs. Then with those GO bonds and all that stuff like that, you have to vote for a huge package of billions of dollars.
I think the previous one was $6 billion, if I remember
Something
correctly.
crazy like that.
It was a lot. Yeah.
But yeah, so people want a government of action that fights for them, who advocates for them. Not everyone understands how this processes work, but there's ways to move things around to make it work for the people. So,
all right. So, 10 days before the election, the Oklahoma Republican Party censured Mayor Holt for undermining Republican values. The censure came after the filing window had closed, so no Republican challenger could enter. Do you think that timing was coincidental, or do you think the censure was performative?
So you said that was, I actually hadn't heard about this.
Yes.
So
yeah, he was censured before the election by the Republican Party.
And that would have meant that people couldn't run against him if they had.
Oh, no, well, that's actually a good question. I didn't think about that. To my understanding, he had to be silent. But at least that's my understanding of it. But,
interesting. Well, it could be coincidental. There's always coincidences out there. I really don't know. But I do find it interesting. That's like, where's so many other candidates? Wait, there should have been 20 people running for mayor, not 2.
No, that's one of the things that baffled me too.
This is a big city. There's so many amazing people here. I looked it up one day. Before I decided to run something that it just kind of made me mad. I looked it up. Has there ever been a top 20 city where there was an uncontested mayoral race? And there was none.
Really?
And we're a top 20 city. So I said, this is ridiculous. This is insane. Where is the MAGA candidate for mayor? Where is the
liberal candidate?
Where's the leftist? Where's the communist one? Come on, guys. Let's come out here. Where are you guys? I'm an independent, so it's really a shame that not more people and I find it a little cowardly from the institutions that didn't put their candidate out there. Sorry, I have to say this part real quick. There was recently I was watching this thing of Democrats saying, run for every position. We need someone out there to run for every single position. Well, where was your mayor candidate? The Democrat Party is just a little cowardly on the city issue.
To add to that, what I was going to say earlier, Oklahoma has one of the lowest rates of contended races in the United States. It's boggling the amount of all the Republicans in the state, they like to complain about, we don't have any good candidates. Well, you can step up and go run for that because it's uncontended.
I hope to inspire people to do that. Just get out there. It's worth it. It's awesome. Just get out there and do that stuff.
And from what I've seen, usually when candidates get contention for their seat they thought was secure, they actually end up leaning more towards the politics they got elected for rather than settling in and siding more with establishment norms. So it is a fantastic thing, and one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you about.
I wanted to see Holt come out with his positions that he likes to hide because he wants to have liberals hugging him all day, and he wants to have maybe some conservatives out there being like, oh, well, he has an R by his name. We gotta. I wanted
low information voters.
I wanted to press him and for him to actually say things for once, not just thunder great. I wanted him to come out with what he actually believes, which nobody still knows what he believes on anything. So it's just another shame out there.
Let's see. So the turnout for this election, it dropped by nearly 36% compared to the 2022 election.
Hey, you're welcome, Marty Piercy out there. You're welcome. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So it dropped from over 60,000 to about 39,000. Why do you think that took place? Do you think it's the low information about the election? Or what is your take on that?
Definitely low information. Holt with his 200 plus donors got scared, but they were waiting till maybe I did something. Maybe I did.
Yeah.
I kind of made a joke to myself that people say I ran for mayor. I like to say I walked for mayor.
There has been a complaint I have seen online is that you didn't have a whole lot of information out, and this kind of leads into my next question. But you know, your campaign was very low visibility, at least from what I could tell. But I noticed you did have lots of views on the post you did make. Why is it you chose to run? So I guess such a small campaign.
Well, like I said, I wasn't really taking donations or anything like that, so that stifles things a little bit. But there was things I can't talk about yet that put a freezing effect, stifled the campaign. So once that comes out, eventually, we don't know when, it'll be crazy. It has caused me to lose sleep, everything. Crazy stuff. And beyond that, a lot of cold shoulders and stuff like that. So it was kind of a burden, but I'm still glad I did it. There was a lot of things going on at the same time, personally and in my career as well.
I noticed you had said you had been sick in January.
At one of the worst times, I got really sick for like a week. It was awful. So it was rough. Bad timing. I was going to go to the city council meeting and raise hell out there, but I was sick, way too sick. And it was like miserable outside, so even worse. So
your boss at the chamber, David Castillo, did he know you were running? Did he support it? Did anyone else in the chamber have a view on it?
Well, I can't talk about everything. I like to keep that stuff separate, like I said. But he didn't know. Someone let him know. And but he didn't have anything against it. He was supportive, so it's pretty awesome as far as I know. So it was no issue. But I tried to keep it separate. It was very important to me to keep these things separate. A different name. I didn't want to cause any trouble to the chamber because of the public type of entity that it is. I really tried my best to keep it separate, but some people couldn't, and we'll talk about that some other time.
Yeah, that'd be fine. You mentioned in one interview that you were reading about the Penn Square Bank collapse and wanted people to engage with that history. That's a pretty specific reference. A 1982 banking scandal that nearly brought down the Oklahoma economy. Why that story, and what's the connection today?
Okay, so that not only came close to collapsing the economy of Oklahoma City, it caused greater ramifications for the whole world, actually, because of the oil markets, everything's connected. Later on, oil crash connected to that, possibly. This is my theory. Okay. But so there's major ramifications, and it's pretty pertinent to what's going on today. We've seen the Expand Energy leaving Oklahoma as they're moving their headquarters to Houston. We saw Devon Energy, a major company, one of the biggest employers, and I think it was the biggest. And then it's not just like a company, it's like a symbol for Oklahoma. I remember one time, this is just an aside, I was out in Edmond at UCO, and I was feeling a little homesick. I was sitting in the parking lot looking towards downtown. I could see the Devon Tower out there, and I was like, maybe one little tear rolled down my cheek, and I was like, dang, I want to go back to OKC. So it's a huge symbol for our city, and it's a shame that they're going out to Houston. So the Penn Square Bank was basically giving out these really bad loans, the worst loans. It's like nothing to oil companies and establishments like that, and very carelessly, and basically they almost brought down the economy of the city, like I said. and that almost brought down the economy of the world. As we see what's going on today, it's kind of like an even bigger bubble, a bigger problem that can happen with this, because everything is way more interconnected. So I say it's very pertinent to what's going on, so people should really research this. And I just wanted people to interact with, such as we are at the public library here. This is a public entity that you can actually, see and feel. You can check out books like these right here. I want people to interact with these public services that the city has, so they can see what the city can do for them. So it's just,
Let's see. Do you have any plans to run for office again?
Well, I think I'll be old enough to run for president soon, so we'll see. I'm not sure yet. I want to help other candidates. This is what I want to do. I'm actually starting different ideas of things I want to do to help people for free. Something like free photography, free headshots, free stuff like that. I just want to help independent candidates, independent people, because when you have your party backing, you have a lot of institutional support, and you're kind of confounded to their ideas. I like independent-minded people. I like independent campaigns. So I'm willing to put myself out there and help you for free. If you're an independent-minded person, I'll be out there to help you. So just hit me up. I'll be glad to help. Photos, anything. Anything I can do to help, I'll do it.
Awesome. So final question, it's open-ended. Is there anything about this election, how it was conducted, the filing process, the turnout, media coverage, the way the race unfolded? Is there anything about that whole process, or even I guess anything in general, that you feel like the public should be aware of?
Yeah, a lot of all of that. There's a whole lot, but we have to wait for a little bit. But I just want to say that when you go against the establishment, there's going to be blowback, and there's going to be a lot of cold shoulders, even from places you didn't think. A little disheartening, but keep fighting, keep going. The establishment is a monster that you have to fight against at all costs, any way you can. So just be prepared for that. Anyone out there that wants to, run in the future, be ready for that. Be strong, and it's all worth it in the end. The amount of people I've had come up to me or send me really nice messages, it makes it all worth it. It's pretty incredible. I had people come up to me just randomly, and I was just maybe out with friends, maybe had a drink or three, and told me, "Oh, thank you for running. I really appreciate you. I voted for you." And it's just like, wow, such an honor every single time you hear that. It's pretty incredible. I had really nice messages from people. Like one guy told me that it was his first time voting as a citizen in the United States, and he voted for me, which is just like, wow, what an amazing honor. It's pretty incredible. It's hard to believe. Well, a lot of messages of support. I've had no hate from normal people that were I even had a Holt supporter tell me thank you for running, because you can't have an election go uncontested. They said it's good to have a challenge, so I did that, and they're thankful for it. But if any Holt fans out there want to meet up and willing to argue or maybe trade a few blows, just kidding. But
all right. Well, Oscar Matthew Pallares, thank you very much for the interview, and hopefully we have
you forgot one of my last names, actually.
What's that?
Oscar Matthew Pallares Reyes.
That's right. I'm sorry.
No worries.
No, that's fine. Thank you very much for the interview. I appreciate it.